I think we all follow a set of rules in our lives. Whether the rules are based on facts like gravity or laws like stopping at a red light, we follow them because it makes our lives easier and better. But those are just the common rules that we all know. What about the rules that are less obvious and could impact the way we live our life and whether or not we achieve our goals? Well, in this short video, I'm going to share 3 simple rules that has helped me get my life together in my early 20s. Now let's begin with the first rule, the North Star rule. Have you ever visited another country to see all the cool stuff and awesome views that you've never seen before? Now imagine you're magically transported there without a GPS and without knowing the language. You'd probably feel lost, not knowing where to go, and anxious about where you are. Now the same can be said about life in general. When we don't know where to go in life, we tend to get this wave of anxiety and hopelessness washing over our face. At least it's true for me when I found out that the goal I've been working so hard for isn't really what I wanted all along. I think this is the point where I learned about the North Star rule. So the rule is actually a way for us to navigate ourselves to true north, because there's a star that sits very close to the North Pole, hence the name. But it's more than just that, because it also means the one thing that guides us in the direction we want to go in our lives. Basically, it's a GPS that can get us from where we are to the place, living standards, careers, and goals that we dreamed of. But how do we know which star is our North Star? Well, when I found out that a corporate career isn't what I wanted, I got confused and lost, and I wanted that feeling to end. It got to the point where I just asked myself, what do I really want out of my career? This is the language that we all have to learn if we want to find our North Star. Because by asking ourselves questions like the one I asked myself, we're able to figure out which star that can guide us to the life we want. So even though I still have a corporate job, which I'm still grateful for, I'm also still following my North Star, which is to help and inspire people to be better. And that led me to create this YouTube channel. Because of this, every step that I take has purpose in it, and I've never felt lost ever since. So go follow your North Star, and if you haven't figured out which ones are yours, keep asking yourselves questions and you'll find it. Trust me. I think most of us been in a situation where we're working towards something but we don't really see a big change. Whether we're trying to improve our health or achieve something that we view as our life's goals. I think it can be hard to keep going if we keep thinking that the only improvement that matters is one that moves us 10 steps or even 20 steps ahead of where we currently are. What's even worse is that we can be too focused and spend too much time on planning to make the big change that we even forget to take one small step. When I first started working out, I think I spent a good 3 weeks planning every little detail of my workout plan, and I haven't even gone to the gym yet. Now this was because I was too focused on optimizing everything, thinking that I can get big as soon as possible. But our bodies doesn't work that way, because it can take months and years for our muscles to develop naturally to their maximum potential. And life can be the same. Things that are worthwhile in life usually takes time, and no matter how much time spent on planning the big changes, one small improvement is always better than none if you do it consistently. Now I'm not trying to tell you to not plan anything or not strive for big changes. I am trying to tell you that even if you weren't able to take 10 steps ahead, you shouldn't beat yourself up and that you should be proud to take even one small step. This is because Rome wasn't built in a day, but all roads still leads to it. So any improvement that you made consistently is still greater than none. In working towards our goals or anything really, we're going to make some mistakes. If we let ourselves view these mistakes as signs of failures, or worse, view ourselves as failures because of it, we might be tempted to give up. But in my own experience, whether that's my experience at work or running a YouTube channel, I think we're going to make some mistakes one way or another. And that's because we're only human. No one ever goes through life perfectly, and everyone has their fair share of mistakes. And I think it's what we do after those mistakes that matters. And that's the last rule that's keeping me working towards my goals, which is to fail forward. We all have to accept that failure is a part of life and that life is anything but perfect. Now with that in mind, we need to treat failure as an opportunity to learn and improve, rather than the end. I don't know about you guys, but failure is a lot easier to learn from compared to learning from our successes, because the lessons in our failures are much more obvious. With failures, we can look through what went wrong, take a note of it, and improve ourselves so that we don't make the same mistakes. This is what it means by failing forward. Now, I'm not saying that you should invite failures to get lessons, just that you have to accept them as, again, opportunities to learn and improve. So from now on, fail forward, and whenever you make a mistake, only accept them as lessons for you to improve yourself. And those were the 3 rules that helped me get my life together in my early 20s. So if you ever felt lost on where your life is heading, find and follow your North Star. If you ever felt like nothing's changing, remember that one step is always greater than none. Finally, if you ever felt like you failed, remember to fall forward and accept failure as lessons. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that this video has helped you in some way. And if you like this type of content, please consider subscribing to my channel, and as always, stay awesome.